sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleeping moon. Loose print smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleeping moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, wanting just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning. For those of you coming in from Spawn Trooper stream, welcome. Yeah, no worries, Squid. I see you. We did some, today's already a good day. It's election day. If you haven't voted, definitely go out and vote. It's, it's our duty to try to make this country better, however way you see that to be. I'm just going through, looking to see and everyone who's here. Thank you, Tamara. Yeah, I worked on it, and Will Burns helped me with the visuals. So yeah, I like the song too. I think it's a better way than the elevator music for me to set things up and be able to do stuff. Excuse me for my scratchy throat this morning. I was up early. Kitty was like 4:30. Hey, time to wake up, and I was like, it's not my time to wake up. But we did get our merchandise deposit, and I was able to take that money, and we were able to give it to Eric Miller. Here, I'm gonna share a screen with you. I get all these people. Excuse me. A lot of these people, they wonder. No, there. So we've already raised $235 for him. Oh, Squid gave him $5. Thank you, Squid. Yeah, we were able to give him $80 this morning. That's all straight from our merchandise. I get all these people who are like, what do you actually do for veterans? Well, this is what I do. There's other veterans out there doing their own thing. There's other organizations. I'm just trying to help fill in the gaps until this thing gets bigger, but I'm purposely keeping it small as of right now. And that's because we got to get used to doing a lot of these things. There's a lot of paperwork involved with running a 501c3. So I'm not trying to take on way too much. And that's where I've seen too many nonprofits burn out very quickly. A single word and blow your DMs out of the water. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me get this link over to Spawn Trooper. No, I didn't change the link. What it's doing is Restream now. When you create a stream, it builds a template, and if each template now has its own link, whereas before, the only way it would do that is if I created an event. Oh, yeah, you're welcome, Eric, and we're gonna keep supporting you. Uh-oh, here comes Spawn Trooper. Welcome.
I swear to God. Yeah. Hi.
Uh, were you
Yeah.
playing around with the Restream and StreamYard this morning?
Oh, I was doing that the other night. I actually tested it out the other night. With I'd done a little bit of truck driving and tested it, and it's going to get some taken used to. That's for sure.
You can still use OBS if that's the one that you're the most used to.
No, to be honest with you, I'd rather use OBS for something else. But one thing I will say is that, and I'll be very honest with you, I'm going to be transparent from the get go. Any funds that come in from YouTube or from the other platform, I am going to put towards paying for Pro on Restream, and I'm sort of gonna invest into Restream and get the yearly thing. So I can, and then obviously the Wilburns, everything that the Wilburns done for us with and not just the Wilburns, but Mr. Coop as well.
Yeah,
With
Mr.
the,
Coop is great. We don't give him enough love. Mr. Coop is awesome.
I mean,
He's
he definitely needs the recognition because he's done quite a few. Like this one, here's what he did for me, and like, what do you mean? I need higher audio. Get closer to your microphone. I mean, your speakers. Sorry. Uh, hang on a minute. Let me just check. Just make
there. I
sure.
I raised you.
Yeah, just be careful because I'm about to check my sound setup. Um, I do believe that, like, there you go. I know why. There you go. That should be better.
There. Yeah, you sound a lot better now.
Yeah. Um, yeah, a bit too loud, actually. You turn me down a little bit more. Well, actually, let me turn myself down a little bit more. How's that?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay. Um, yeah. So basically, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the funds first to set up the restream and everything else and get that all sorted. And then after that, that's when I'm gonna start picking out charities. I'm gonna pick out different things. Obviously, veterans, cancer research, child protection on children's charities and that, and then obviously veterans charities as well. So
Mhm.
I'll be touching base with you as well. So there's going to be a lot of transparency. There's going to be a lot of stuff done, but that's not overnight. That's going to happen. I'm nowhere near that yet. So start
I
saving up.
totally get it. I had something interesting happen to me. I know you had something interesting, but this one was directly from the show, from my last stream.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so there's a guy who comes into the stream. Robert Austin is his name. He goes by Rolos. Uh, and in our last stream that I did, we talked a little bit about Trump and Liz Cheney, his comments about Liz Cheney,
Mm-hmm.
and Mercedes was in here. And she actually agreed with him that Trump didn't threaten Liz Cheney. And he was so adamant to have an argument that he was in the chat started attacking her. And for those of you who are in here, you may remember I had to warn him verbally. Hey, we don't attack people. That's people. What's our one rule? What is our one rule here?
Don't attack people.
Don't attack people. It's easy to follow. But he was attacking people, so the Wilburns timed him out. And she asked me if it was okay, and I first said, "Let's give him a shot. I'll warn him." I gave him a warning, and he kept doing it. And I was like, "Yeah, go. You know, if he doesn't follow the rules, that's the way it is." And he then took it to Facebook, and you guys will not believe. I'm going to show his posts. Like, oh my god, he lost it. Um, so I laugh at all these people. So first off, I'm going to show this because, like, Stu Moran,
Excuse me. Yeah, go on.
yeah, he calls you Spurg Trooper, and then wonders why you won't debate him live. It's like, well, if you're calling people names, why would we ever allow you on?
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
I mean, just to interject on that one, Stu Moran is an absolute clown. He's just there. He's a troll. He's 100% troll. And when I put my first ever post up, he appeared out of nowhere, and basically I just closed him down instantly. And he's very easy to close down. You just either
Yeah, he's
he will play anything. But what gets me is that he's now shown his. He made a mistake by coming into my stream, and obviously Eric, being the complaints, the HR complaints department, we had such a laugh in our stream. I really had to walk away twice just to compose myself. And the guy's an absolute pleb. I mean, if that guy when he fell out the stupid tree, he hit every branch on the way down, and they promoted him to branch manager. So therefore, he climbed back up into it again. And unfortunately, it's people like that. They think they can demand and dictate, but he found out very quickly that.
and that's exactly what was happening with me. Is Robert was trying to demand what we do on this show. He wanted to talk about something that I touched on it, but I wasn't going to spend a show on it. And he was like, well, there's misinformation. It's like, okay, well, you can keep talking in the chat, but don't attack people. And he was attacking people. And in Facebook, he then was going off, and he says, we're no better than the two fleas. I was supporting the channel to be nice and follow a veteran. Oh, were you really being nice? Thank you for being nice to me. Here's the thing. I don't beg for views. If anyone doesn't want to be here, don't be here. Like, I'm going to do the show I want the way I want it. I didn't fight for my rights in this country to be censored by a pansy poser Marine and two self-important foreigner who have inserted themselves in other people's business. Skipper lives in California, involved himself in Florida drama just like the fleas. He can't do any other content except copying Megan with trucking. Okay, I did. First off, gaming streams are not copying. Did she inspire me to get the trucking game? Yeah, but only because I watched her play it. It looked fun. For those, I've played Fall Guys on the stream plenty of times. Minnesota Black Robe Regiment, which I have put his stories into the chat. Minnesota Black Robe Regiment is working on 2 stories, and I want everyone to go check them out. And if you haven't subscribed to Minnesota Black Robe Regiment, there's a reason why TC is my co-host. I like his content. I like what he does. And I wanted him to be a part of this show. So go subscribe to TC and definitely check out those stories because they're important. I did watch the one. I haven't watched the other one yet. So one thing you'll learn doing stuff like this, doing a lot of the stuff I do, like the nonprofit, people will come in and act like they are on your side, okay? But then try to steer you into the direction that they want to go. I haven't had to deal with that with the nonprofit yet, but I do know that happens because it happened to friends of mine who, when they did nonprofits, they were like, "What? I want to do this." This person came in, they started taking more and more of the roles, saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," and then they started doing things that I didn't want them to do, and they were like, "Well, this is what we're doing now," and they were like, "No, I had to remove that person from the organization." Um, so whenever I do a lot of this stuff, I tell people work with people that you trust. When I get uh, Gold Star families who reach out to me, that's a big one that's taken advantage of. A lot of Gold Star families, because their loved one passes away and they want to change things in the government, they will come in and you know the, they'll decide to do something, and people come in and try to because they can't build an organization themselves because no one would care about what they're doing. So they try to usurp. And it's happened with the channel. Um, so I got tagged in it here and I put, dude, if you're going to talk smack about me, at least have the balls to do it to my face. You broke the rules after being warned multiple times. The rules are there for a reason. Uh, So he says, I did try speaking to your face. You ignored my DMs. First off, I didn't ignore his DMs. I did respond to him. I just, if you're going to send me a million DMs that are all, paragraph upon paragraph upon paragraph, yeah, you're not really gonna you're not interested in having a conversation. You're interested in lecturing me, and that's exactly what he did. And you'll see, he shows the DMs. Um, So he goes, "You ignore my DMs, so don't pretend to be outraged when I speak out. Or do you want me to show the world our DM screenshots? FYI, I just DM'd, I just my DMs, and you still haven't responded, so it's all on you." I did respond to him, and you'll see it here in a second. I put, "Show whatever you like. All it will do is show you whining because you broke the rules and you were put in a timeout. My channel is mine. I will determine its content. If you have a problem, you can unsubscribe or start your own, but you will not control me nor extort me." And then he goes, "You know what, Mike? You're more like the fleas than I thought. When you saw this post, you could have addressed why you felt it appropriate to tell a veteran who fought for our rights why it's okay to censor them." Well, first off, it's okay to censor somebody because you know the rules and you broke the rules. I, like, you want to talk on the channel? Talk on the channel, but don't attack people. I'm not going to put up with it. That's when you're making me liable for other people, and I'm not going to have it.
Why is
Um,
he playing a sympathy card?
what's that?
I mean, from what I've read so far, and what I've heard so far, right? He's playing a sympathy card. He's like, "Oh, boo-hoo, you did me wrong." But he will belittle and insult people, you and me, by the way. I saw that comment he put up there. But the thing is, he won't address the actual elephant in the room. You told him multiple times, don't attack people.
Yep.
You told him multiple times. I was in the stream when it happened. You told him multiple times, and other people told him multiple times. He ignored you. So yes, we do fight for your freedom. We do. We people like us, people like TC, Eric, and everyone else who have served in the military, regardless of what arm they served in, may it be Air Force, whatever. We serve for you. We've done that so you can sit on a platform like that and talk absolute gibberish. But you
See,
will not respect the rules of this stream. But it's okay for you to go onto another platform and dog this guy when he gave you multiple warnings. Jog on, plot boy.
and Mr. Coop is in the chat. We were just talking about him. We were talking about how great Mr. Coop is. Welcome, Mr. Coop, to the chat.
And yeah, he's yeah.
Uh, it buttons. I was We have a discussion about the topic that I was bringing up a fact and an opinion that you agreed with me about. Yeah, I did agree with them. But instead of addressing it at the time, you moved on to stupid symptoms of watching this show, which wasn't even funny. Well, here's the thing. It's my show, dude. Robert, it's my show. If I don't want to talk about something, I won't talk about it. I will move on. I don't have to talk about what you want to talk about. And I will most times I'm going by what the chat. If I'm reading the chat, I'm going by what they want. Because I also see the views. I see how many people are views. So I know what people are interested in on that day. Sometimes people are interested in politics stuff. Sometimes they're not. Tonight, I'm going to be doing an election stream. I will be talking all about politics. That was not the time or the place. I was not going to get into that discussion. I addressed it. I moved on. Um, and then here's what I really want to get into. We could have even have the original Second Amendment discussion, which is what I originally contacted you about. But instead of having any significant discussion, you continue to copy Megan with your trucking stream.
Excuse me.
You. Yeah, it's for me. This whole show is mine. Like I had when they asked me to do this show, they wanted a totally different show, and I said no, I'm not going to do it. And they said, okay, well, we still want to do a show. What's the show you want to do? I pitched it. The people at New Right Network said, yeah, we'll go with that. And that has been how this show has gone ever since then. I even had a co-host who he didn't like what we were doing. And his issue wasn't so much with me, it was with New Right Network. And then he ended up leaving. So yeah, um, I am doing this show for me. Why? Because I want to help people. Your discussion, it wasn't to help people. I'll have that discussion on certain streams, but not every stream. And you don't control that. I do.
Hmm.
Uh,
And I find it very, just to interject here, I find it very strange that the situation you got with this club is exactly the mirror version of what the issue I had yesterday with chicken dinner. But like I said, it was people need to understand. Even even as a guest on a skipper's stream right now, I have to abide and follow his rules as a co-host or as a guest. I can't sit here and say what I would say on my stream. I have to abide by his rules, which he tells me prior to coming on. And if people can't get that in their thick skull, then maybe the interwebs and the interwebbing internets or whatever you want to call it is not for you. But this here is the mirror image of what happened yesterday with bird flu. So
and I want to show you the intellectual dishonesty. So then he posts my DMs with him. Okay. And so here's the thing. None of these DMs, they're mainly just him going off. Okay. Uh, and I didn't respond to these, but to these. But here, let me show you his actual DMs. Where are
excuse me.
yeah. So here are his actual DMs. So right there's what he sent. Right there's uh like here's where I called him out. This is so pretty much from here down. But look at all this other stuff he was sending me.
Oh,
Like, yeah, look. And he was going off about the echo, which I think it's just a problem with his setup. Uh so yeah, like I didn't ignore him. I did address him. It's just he's mad that I didn't address him in the way he wanted me to. Again, people trying to control me.
yeah, and also Vicky's got a good point. Even as a guest, yes, I have to put up with his soundboard. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's his. This is his. Someone actually said to me one day, said like when you're a host or you're on a platform like YouTube or Kick or Twitch or X or whatever, and you are alive, you're basically it's like your business because the thing is you receive monetary gain from it, and it is your business. So when someone comes into your business and tries to dictate to you how to run your business, it's like pow and goodbye. Yeah.
These long messages that he writes. Like here, look at like just like just all of his mental stuff being dumped into these messages. And it's like, dude, at this point, I don't care. Like, stop watching. I don't give a shit. You're not gonna bully me. And he also says that because I said it, he tried to extort me, and he goes, when you make a false allegation, it's like, no, you threatened to release DMs if I didn't do what you want to do. That's extortion. That is 100% extortion.
Mm-hmm. Morning, Jen.
Oh, we
Yeah,
got AVA at Dutch Brothers. Buy something
yeah.
good.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, one thing I've noticed with a lot of people in this environment, that with this whole situation that's going on, one thing I've noticed is that there's a lot of attempt of indirect blackmailing or extortion or trying to pressure people into doing what they want you to do. Well, here's the problem. You're talking to an infanteer and you're talking to a marine. The only thing that will make us move is if someone is shooting at us. Okay, we don't care. We will show everybody respect. Everyone who comes into my stream, for example, I show my love and my respect to. When people come into Skippers, he shows his love and respect to you guys. I mean, we've got veterans in here. We've got AVA. We've got Minnesota Black Royal Regiment. We've got Squib, and we've got Eric, and we've got other people. We're family. You don't frick with our family, and we have one rule. We have one rule.
Megan Fox hits it right on the head. If you ever write me a long ass email and I respond with a 1 word or 2 word answer, that's me being interested, but demonstrating the importance of getting to the point. Less words, folks. Less words. Exactly.
Exactly. I mean, it's like if he says no fighting, that's it.
Well, and here's the thing. As someone who has PTSD, I've got my own mental issues that I deal with. I recognize when someone does that, it's a mental issue. It's a mental issue. But when I tell you to stop, you need to stop. Like if you don't, now you're clearly crossing a line.
I mean, this is the perfect example of attempted control. This is a typical narcissistic behavior.
Yeah.
When I put a post up on Facebook about bubbles, all right, and I closed down comments so people couldn't comment. And the reason I did that is specific. It stops people getting confused. And I wanted to avoid that people argue with each other. I wanted to get my point across. I wanted to make sure that people paid attention to it. And that was it. Next, I'm getting all this, oh, why are you closing comments? Oh, you closing comments? What, you a coward? You do this. And I didn't even waste any time. I just continued to do so. I kept the comments off. Because at the end of the day, it's my choice to do that, not yours. It's just you're doing it again. I swear to I'll be chocolate coffee.
Now it's not to annoy you; it's to annoy Robert because I know he hates it.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, just give me a thumbs up when you do it. No, good. I must. I must admit, you knocked me out of sync. No, but listen, I've told people as of today, zero tolerance. Right. If I came into your house and I took a dump on I came into your living room and I took a dump on your coffee table, you wouldn't like it, would you? So don't come into the streams and take a dump on our coffee table. Simple as. Don't like it?
Prediction.
Who what?
I'm gonna make a prediction. He's gonna make some type of post today complaining that I showed his public comments. There's gonna be some type of complaint about it, and it's like when people when they heckle a comedian, it's like you don't have a microphone, they do. That's a huge mistake. And then they get mad when the comedian calls them out and makes fun of them. It's like, no.
Wait, time out. I just seen something in chat. What the fuck? Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Minnesota Black Robe Regiment is AVA's baby daddy. I didn't realize you swung that way, Sunshine.
I'm looking
now we know why these two disappear. Why he shows his chickens on the weekend.
Right, I was drinking coffee. Oh
now you know why he shows his chickens.
Did not leave my mouth. It
Now you know why he shows his chickens on the weekend and AVA goes with it. Oh shit! The truth is out.
I do want to address this. Everybody can have a bad day, and you know, there are times where I don't agree with even my mods. There are times I don't agree with, you know, Spawn Trooper. Uh,
Yep.
Everybody can have a bad day. That is fine. I don't punish people for forever. But when you get stopped on one day and told, "Hey, knock that off," and then you go to another forum on another day to have a pity party about it, now you're just like now you want the attention. Okay, I'm going to give you the attention. And you watch today, he's going to complain about this stream. Oh no, Skipper's attacking me. Dude, you took it to Facebook. You couldn't just let it go. Like I was willing just to let him calm down, give him a day, and then have a discussion. He wasn't the only one. There were other people sending me nasty messages yesterday over a lot of different stuff. And the thing is, I listened. You know, okay, I hear you. I understand. Let's talk about it later. And when people calm down, and come back, then you can, you know, you can have a discussion then.
Do you know what? That's probably the nicest thing I have seen anybody type in chat here or in my stream. Right? Is I love Mike and Spawn's chats because everyone is so nice. That's the way we are. Naturally, that's the way we are. Besides Minnesota and AVA, now we know what's going on with them too. But no, that's the way we are. And you know, I'm not here for the fame or for the clout. I'm here to meet new friends. I'm here to bring what I do for interest and for decompression. I want to bring and publicize it because I think some people may need that decompression.
And don't get me wrong, it's all not, you know, flowers and roses here. I enjoy a good debate. You have someone who wants to come on and tell me I'm full of shit. I'm willing to have them on, provided they haven't, you know, like I'm not going to have Stu Moron on because the dude straight up has attacked me in the past. So yeah, I'm not going to have him on. I don't need to have him on. Spawn Trooper would be stupid to have him on.
I wouldn't let him on if you paid me $1 million. The guy's an absolute pleb. Like I said, when he fell out the stupid tree, he hit every branch on the way down. That's why he's a branch manager now. And just in regards of AVA, am I jealous about TC being your baby daddy? No, I just like to know what happened when you turned the lights off. That must have been noisy and dirty at the same time. Smelly.
Like a blind man at an orgy, I was going to have to feel things out.
Yeah. He had to pull over as well. Can you imagine? You're on the highway and suddenly this car there's an emergency stop on the highway. You just see one rantically freaking texting on his phone. And the cop goes, "Excuse me, sir, is everything fine?" "Yeah, there's this Welsh twat. He's just said something about me and my baby daddy." Sorry. I'm sorry, Squib. You just walked into something. Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, let's move on. Let's carry on.
I love when you laugh like this. It makes me laugh.
You can't blame. I'm sorry. I had this yesterday as well.
I'm just like, what did I walk into, or is the case maybe? There's a comment saying TC is my baby daddy. I'm like, somebody else. That's not my comment.
I wonder if ATC and AVA, did it go like this? Or did it go like this?
I just had to clarify that wasn't my comment that I was reading. Decides to snip it and try to cause trouble.
Oh, boy.
You know, people do that.
You see, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, just for the record, we can do this and not get offended by all this.
Well,
That's the difference.
Spawn,
That's
like
the
I
difference.
said in your chat earlier, part of being a healthy, functioning adult is being able to and also play into the world has.
Yeah,
Like,
I blame the pandemic. I still think. I mean, I'm doing this counselor's course, and I still think that due to the fact that people had to spend 24 hours with each other has caused a mental, some sort of psychological or mental breakdown, because we usually have that sort of
I went to work every day. I don't know what y'all are talking about. What is this like isolation and quarantine crap? I never got to do that. Like,
What
I went to
what
work
country do
every
you live
damn
in?
day.
Can I move in? What country do you live in? We'd like to all move there. All
I was essential. I worked in a hospital.
Same here. I was frontline worker, essential. Yes, same here. Through the
I
whole
worked
thing.
with COVID patients. Like, I saw the good, the bad, the ugly, and how we overreacted from the top down.
Mm. Wait a minute. Eric Squid, someone dropped anchor in here whilst I was gassing up on Jenna. That is too much information. Fab in the gab. Oh,
It's better if you don't read the comments right now. Just focus. Focus.
yeah, I know.
So I went and voted.
Woo woo.
And everybody, before you put your ballots in the little counter thing, check it. Like in our precinct, they had stuff to like sit down and it like papers that explain your ballot and all that. Check your ballots to make sure what you put in the computer is what printed out. Just check it.
And also you'll see my name on there. Okay, just with the for president, just put your tick behind there, and I
No
promise
write-ins,
everything will be
please.
fine.
No
Wait, what?
write-ins, please. No write-ins.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine in a couple of days' time you just see on the news, breaking news? Welshman has become the first American president, and here he is, and all you see is me with my face pixelated.
It's unconstitutional in more ways than one. Uh-oh. AVA, home now. Let the shit talking begin.
Oh crap!
Okay,
No,
I have a trivia question for the chat. Let's see if someone can get this. What is the highest position that a foreign-born individual has achieved ever in the United States? Because you can't be president, you can't be foreign-born. Uh, I shouldn't say that. You can be foreign-born if you're born to American parents, because you're still considered a naturalized citizen. But what is the highest position a non-naturalized citizen has achieved? Let's see if they
I'm
can.
Has achieved or can achieve?
I'm gonna say governor. I'm gonna say governor.
There's been several governors, but that is not it.
Senator?
There's been several senators.
Vice president. Vice president.
No.
God damn it.
To be the vice president, you have to qualify to be the president, which means you have to be a naturalized citizen over the age of 35.
Kathy. Do you see?
Obama president. Obama, his mom was an American citizen, so even if they proved that he was born overseas, he would still be a naturalized citizen. That's why.
Well, didn't he come from Hawaii?
Hose Picker has it. There's actually been two that I'm aware of. Kissinger as the Secretary of State and Madeleine Albright as the Secretary of State.
Kissinger wasn't a naturalized citizen?
No, he was German, wasn't he?
Yeah, I believe he was.
Girl, you have a whole plate of food right there, and you bring me this.
And Madeleine Albright was born in Yugoslavia.
You have your breakfast right there, and you are bringing me fruit snacks.
And what's interesting about that is had we actually done the secession, the Secretary of State is pretty high up in the secession, but gets skipped over. I think they are after the Senate pro tem. So had that been the case, she would have been skipped over.
But it's also it's an appointed position and not an elected position.
Correct.
So there's a distinction there. I was thinking elected, not actual You know,
They
I
can
can
be
hear that
London.
rapper, like that
You're-
rap is.
To my knowledge, we've never had a foreign-born, non-naturalized House of Representatives or Senate pro tem.
Right. Well, let me ask you a question then. If okay, let me get this right. If I came to the United States and I was there for 2-3 years and I got my green card, but am I able to receive dual nationality, or would that green card then automatically would I have to then denounce my British nationality and take on an American nationality?
No, you can be a dual citizen.
Right. So if I'm a dual citizen of both countries, does that mean technically I can then go for the presidency?
No, because you're not a naturalized citizen, you cannot be president or vice president. You could do any other position.
That makes sense now. Now you know why you don't see a non-American. I don't mean it's non-American. I mean now it makes a lot of sense that you only see national Americans in. Yeah,
That's
right.
why Arnold Schwarzenegger wanted a constitutional amendment to change that so he could run for president.
Well, you got to
I don't
govern.
want
I mean,
Schwarzenegger as
I mean,
I will take a lot of people that aren't born in this country as president, and he's not on the list.
yeah, but the
He
thing
was
is, I mean,
not on my list.
Could you imagine President Elon Musk?
oh,
How many
that's a
heads
rabbit
would
hole.
explode? Okay, I'm not trying to be super controversial, but do you remember when Elon bought Twitter and all the rest of like the world or the freaking people's heads were gonna explode, and everybody was like, "Oh, the world's gonna end. The world's gonna end." Guess what? Here we are a year or so later, and everybody's still fine. Nobody that threatened to leave Twitter actually left Twitter, and if they did, nobody noticed.
I mean, the thing is, I mean, like this is a rabbit hole I don't want to go down in on, but wait, go down in, not on. Uh, sorry. Yes. I mean, Elon Musk. One, it's not about the money; it's about his intelligence. From the series and everything that I've watched, he is a very over. I mean, he's thinking about 5 to 6 dozen things at the same time, all the time. That's why he's the way he is. Can you imagine him as American president for 4 years? How quick America would become such a it'd be a complete different country within 4 years, economically wise, technology wise, educational wise.
Well,
I
and
think
he's always said, "I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I surround myself with people who are smarter than me." Like a
yeah,
lot of people, when they surround themselves with smarter people, it makes them feel dumb. It's like he has smarter people that work for him. It's okay to surround yourself with people who are smarter than you. That's how you get smarter.
but what about? I mean, the thing is, like, I find it. I'd rather have people around me who don't. Well, I'm a type of person. I like people around me who don't always agree with me. I'd rather have someone who says, "Well, actually, I don't agree with that, but how about this?" Because that helps a team think as a team, if that makes any sense.
And my thing is if you agree with somebody 100%, you are either brainwashed or you are lying to yourself or everybody else.
Hmm.
Like, you don't always agree with everything everybody does. That's not the point, though.
Yeah,
Some people in this world think that if you don't agree with somebody on one simple topic or one single thing, that y'all have to hate each other and that y'all are bad people, or that it's like, no, I don't agree with everything Mr. Squid does, but that
yeah.
doesn't make us bad people.
I mean,
Like,
I'll give you an example. I watched the chickens from TC yesterday, and I must have been in there for about an hour and a half. And then I came back and I realized I was still watching these chickens and him trying to attempt to use a battery operated drill, which was hilarious to say the least. But the thing is, I sat there and I went, you know what? I started thinking about how he was like fixing things and stuff like that. And I felt like typing in and said, well, hey, TC, what about this and this and this? What about putting like, once you put that stuff up, why not get some chicken wire, put it behind it, and then put some slats behind it and make it more secure? And then the wife saw it and she went, what are you watching? And I went, that. And then the white chicken just appeared and I went, that. And she went, have you got nothing better to do? I went, not yet. And she went, what? And I went, well, you're still standing here. Boy, did I get into trouble. Yeah.
I can't
But
watch
no.
the anybody's chicken channels. Like even Megan, when she shows her chickens, it's like if I want to see chickens, I'll just go out my back door.
The thing is, I mean, like, I'm watching that chicken thing because I want to see. I know for a fact that Minnesota is going to train them chickens, and then at some point you're going to see those chickens walk around armed to their teeth, with helmets on and one of these little toy guns you can buy. What are they called? Angry Cop does them.
I did something very shameless yesterday. Speaking of animals, here I'm going to show you guys this tweet. Oh, that's not it. Hold on.
Guillotine manufacturers when press.
That one was funny. I did retweet that one.
Oh, but just for the record, the last guillotine used in France was 1973. There you
I thought
go.
it was 77.
No, it's 73. 77 was about a mass murderer, and that's why they did that. It was just a one-off, but 73 was the last time they used it officially.
Tweet that I wanted to show. I am shamelessly. This is as close to grifting as I get. Putting together a covert strike team to carry out a mission to avenge Peanut. Buy our merch to support us buying more equipment.
That is awesome. Actual fact, that may happen. Apparently, pigeons are Secret Service drones. Apparently.
Well, have you heard the conspiracy theory that birds are not real?
Yep. Apparently, birds are not real. They're all drones and spies, and they work for Santa and the Easter Bunny and all them people, all them weird people.
Baby Squid has her own little play place.
Yeah, she has her. The only problem is just she tries to climb under there and stand up, and even though we have a bar height table, she's tall enough to. She hasn't figured out that she's too tall yet. And as many times as I tell her not to do it, like she just has to figure it out on her own. A bump on the head, she's not going to hurt herself. So, like,
No.
At a certain point, it's just like.
Kids,
I mean,
need their own space.
Squib. When I was sorry, go ahead, Mike. So I do apologize.
No. Kids need their own space, and when I was at my last place, I recognized that, and it started as I was building my son a fort, and then it turned into a bunker because he wanted to play Nerf guns with his friends, and then it turned into a 2-story bunker, and it literally looked like I'll have to post pictures of it. It looked like a Vietnam bunker. We even had a flagpole on it so he could put up a flag. But kids need their own little space,
She has a whole room.
Well, I'm talking like building a fort, that type of thing, and it doesn't have to be permanent. It could be a box fort, but I think that's important for growing up.
So we got our normal Amazon packages yesterday. Like every first of the month, that's when we get like diapers. I like Amazon Subscribe and Save because then I don't have to worry about it. It just comes straight to my door. And one of the boxes I didn't take outside and break down yet, and she climbed in it this morning and is like covering herself up, grabs a blanket, like pulls it over, and like
that's the fortress. I mean,
to me is a toy to her.
I mean, I can remember when I was. This is a very true story because unfortunately, one of my friends in this story. Unfortunately lost his life in Afghan. We stole nails and screws and screwdrivers and hammers from our father's tools, and we decided to go into a tree line that was next to where we lived, and we built this tree house. And I mean, we literally spent weeks building it. And the person who owned the property, he thought it was hilarious because he just stood there and watched us. And we built this tree house and we're all sitting in it. And one of our dads found out that we were in it. And, next thing you know, he's trying to climb up the ladder to get into it, and the whole fucking treehouse collapsed. I mean, there was 5 of us in there. All you had was 5 kids and an adult getting covered by a treehouse, and the guy who owned the property was standing there laughing. He peed himself. So a few of us had to go to the MRS to see the medic to get a couple of stitches done. I ended up with a couple of stitches in the back of my head. Yeah. And we learned from that. So the next time we use screws. So yeah, I mean, kids need to learn. I mean, especially around up to the age between 10 and 12, because their immune system is still building, their body is still creating everything. And the way children learn is by making a mistake, and also the input from the parents. So if little Scoob stands up and bangs out, you go, ow, that's not going to happen. And then when you say, see, watch yourself, be careful, with that interaction, she'll learn not to do it again.
I never say be careful. Well, I try not to say be careful, because this is the psychology of it. When you say be careful, it automatically makes somebody think there's something to be scared of.
That's
So
true. That's true.
I always say watch out, or is that, I sometimes ask her, I'm like, is that a good idea? Like, so she looks.
I do want to point this out because this comment. So technically, Prince Harry's son Archie would be eligible for our presidency when he became of age. Scary thought, though. That is true. We could actually have an 8-year monarchy, technically, because Archie is a part of the monarchy, and even though he was foreign born, he was born to an American citizen who had lived in America in the 10 years prior. Meghan Markle is an American citizen, which means Archie is a naturalized U.S. citizen. So yes, he could be president.
Ha! What are you going to do now, Yanks?
You could only take us back over for 8 years. So
God damn it.
But if
Not to fuel the conspiracy theory, but that's if Archie even exists.
Now, Archie is currently in the United States. So he's an American citizen living in the United States. If he
exists. Hashtag conspiracy theory.
Do you know what? Do you know what thing I like about the Americans, and when it comes to conspiracy, is the fact that you made with that Mel Gibson and Julia what made that film Conspiracy Theory. The song, "I Love You, Baby." Yeah, that's the best thing that came out of America, to be honest, when it comes to conspiracies. The rest of it, keep drinking your coffee.
The problem is when you aren't transparent with things, the brain technically has to come up with, our brains don't like unexplained things. So our brain has to rationalize everything. And when someone's not transparent with stuff, the brain automatically tries to come up with an answer. It's not like us it's not people like doing it on purpose. It's their brains having to have an explanation. And when you provide very little information about a topic that should be relatively transparent, the brain goes wild.
I mean, it's just like the conspiracy. It's just like I had this argument with someone in camp one day, and we're all having this discussion because we were all bored. And someone turned around and said, "Oh, the moon landing was fake," and I went, "Prove it." He went, "What?" And I went, "Prove it." He went, "But," I went, "Prove it. Prove to me that the moon landing was fake, considering that 3 guys lost their life. They didn't even, right?" So he's going, "Oh, this, and this about." I said, "Do you know how many films have been made in the last 25 years about meteorites hitting Earth, about the solar flares and everything else about all this?" The thing is, if moon landings were not real, why are there objects on the moon that were left by the astronauts who landed on the moon? Oh,
so there was speaking of that, if you really think that's fake, or you really want to see somebody actually investigate, like truthfully investigate, there was a show on the Science Channel called Truth Behind the Moon Landing. So it was a former astronaut, a former FBI agent and a conspiracy theorist all working together as a team to actually go out and test and talk to people and test these things to see if it was fake or not, to like actually use
Any
science to answer questions. And I watched it all, and it was they came to the conclusion, even the conspiracy theorists came to the conclusion that it was not fake.
No, because the thing is, in the 1960s, they didn't. I mean, they even struggled. There was a film called Marooned. Okay, they even struggled to get the special effects for that. Today, if you wanted to say, "Oh, we've landed on the moon or on Pluto," they've got the special effects and the equipment to actually do that. Now, in the 60s, they didn't. I mean, it's okay. Listen, everyone has a right to dream, but when like Hollywood are bringing out all these films, and like they're bringing out the films about storms, they're bringing out films about meteorites, they're bringing out all these, and it's like they're preparing people, they're preparing the populace for another some sort of conspiracy. Oh, wait a minute, Madam Mayor and Brett are here. Where? My
Yep.
two favorite people. I've been watching your streams, by the way, just so you know. I'm not stalking you, just for the record, Madam Mayor.
Spawn is fangirling.
I'm not fan. What if I am?
Nothing wrong with it. I said it's what you were doing.
Oh, I'm faint.
What?
I'm not fangirling. I love those two. I think them two are the most. They're oh god, you guys rock. Even my wife loves you. She
Oh,
pushed me to one side one day and watched.
we got chats on Rumble. Shinemesis says, "Morning, Skipper. Good morning." We got people watching over on Rumble. They don't integrate the chat.
Oh, that's one thing. You know, when you talk about Restream, I'm
Mhm.
so glad you did because I like Restream. I think Restream is a very good tool to have. So when I pass away, I'm gonna come and haunt you, but I'm gonna do it nice and gently.
So I learned something the other day, and I'm going to look more into this. If you are in Taiwan and you see a red envelope on the ground, if you pick it up, there'll be money inside. But by picking it up and taking that money, you are agreeing to to get married to a ghost bride. There are Taiwanese families who have daughters who have died without being married, and you are agreeing to marry their ghost so that they can um, be married. And that's essentially the dowry. And if you don't marry them, the ghost will haunt you the rest of your life.
You watch half the chat disappear and get air tickets to Taiwan now.
I think, then I could have a Chinese family and be like, yeah, this is my Chinese in-laws. I think that would be cool.
I mean, I like the Asian superstition. I mean, there's a lot about Asia that people don't know, and they've got such a nice culture, such a very type of superstition, and just the way of life is different. I just don't like anime. I hate anime.
I'll be right back.
I'm not an anime fan either.
No, I don't like it because for certain reasons.
I'm a thing of like, if you watch it, that's fine. But when you talk to me about it, I'm gonna look at you like you're crazy because I have no idea what you're talking about.
So where's Madam Mayor? Is it Madam Mayor or is it Brett? Seriously, by the way, Brett, if it's you, did you check out the door? Did you put that little slide it into the door at the bottom to reinforce it? A little bit of wood glue, a couple of screws, and then in you go. I'll tell you one thing: their home is absolutely fantastic. It's so
I'll be back.
beautiful. Okay, and they've got an original fireplace as well, which is gorgeous.
I
Guys,
am a little bit jealous because I do like cabin life. And I did find some very cheap land in a touristy area, and I'm trying to talk my kid into, hey, let's build an off the grid cabin. Oh, it's Brett. Welcome, Brett. Are you guys doing your workout?
Did you see their live the other day?
With Jeremy?
No, with Therese and Brett, because they scared the living crap out of me right the first 10 seconds. They were like, "Hey!" I was like, "Shit." And I was sitting here and I was like in my own home and it made me jump. I was like, what the? Okay. Yeah, what have you guys been drinking too much Dr. Pepper or some stuff? But I must have, because obviously Deanna doesn't stream. Rex doesn't stream, the other guys. So you've got Travis and you got Madam Mayor, you got Brett, and I really enjoy their streams because it's so natural. So natural.
You like it all natural, huh?
Of course, hey, mate, come on. Brett sat there and gave me a cyber massage. I mean, I'm not going to complain. I mean, come on. I mean, I'm not going to kick him out of bed. Wait, what?
Everyone, I do want to remind everyone, it is election day. Go out and vote today. It is your duty as a citizen.
Trump.
And don't forget to wear your garbage bags. Black is slimming. That's what I wore.
I will be doing election night coverage late tonight. We have Boy Scouts. So after the Boy Scout meeting, I'll be coming home and we'll be doing election coverage very late.
I will be on with Roslyn and Rogue Mama for our Nope show.
Wait a minute, I knew about that.
With friends.
I knew about that, Trooper. Wait. Okay, Brett. Okay, what have I done wrong now? You knew about what, Brett? What have I done? What have I done? Come on, tell Uncle Trooper.
Angel.
Yeah. No, but do you know what? I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know if you can get them. You know that fireplace that you've got, Brett? Have you ever thought? I mean, you can get. I think you can get a system where you can put like LED lights on the inside of the fireplace. Mike, guess what day it is?
Guess what day it is?
It's Trump Day.
Hump Day.
I really, really hope. I really, really hope. I miss mean tweets and cheap gas.
I mean,
and it's one of those things of I don't agree with everything a certain person does, but that doesn't mean they're not good at their job.
I mean,
I don't have to like their personality to think they're good at a job, and that's the problem we have. Is people think you need to like the person personally, and you need to be friends with them and like everything about them to think they're good at their job, and it's like no,
I'm with her. I just think that we should just it's time to give her a chance.
What the fuck? I mean, as a non-American, I have to say this: out of everybody who I think America deserves right now, for your country to regrow of all the frick-ups that have happened, I think you definitely need Trump back in that White House, because I think the first thing he's going to do, he's going to fix everything they've messed up, and then he's going to rebuild it again like he did last time. Hey, kitty.
What's funny to me is the people that are like, he was a fascist. Prove it. Like, what facts? Because before 2016, even Obama said that Trump was the American dream.
The one I get, because Veteran Nation is my moniker online, is he called you suckers and losers, and it's like, yeah, no,
you called us deplorables and trash. Like, what do you? Yeah. And fascists and Yahtzees and the list could go on and on. You tell me how suckers and losers is worse.
And here's a change in the news. Have a guess what? I guy 59. I think it's 59. Yeah, it's 59. Troops now in the British Army are allowed to have beards. Right? Before, the only people who were allowed to have beards were pioneers. You know, anyone who had a pioneer salt chevron was allowed to have a beard. Now everyone can have a beard, and you know what? I think it's a good thing because like mustaches and all that look good, and being the best army in the world, you know, I think beards are
Spot.
gonna.
We do not gnaw on our kitty. Just stroke little mini Mr. Bigglesworth and love him.
Send help.
Look what you did to Mr. Bigglesworth.
I can just imagine you have the makeup on with Dr. Evil going, I want $1 billion.
The details of my life are rather inconsequential.
How much do I have to donate to Better Nation Foundation for you to never do that again?
Do it again. Go on, do it. Do it.
How much? Just say a number.
$1 billion.
$1 million. Do they have laser beams on their heads?
Laser beam.
Lasers.
Laser. Gold member.
You know what my favorite part of that whole movie was? The beginning. The song Gold Member, they hired someone to sound just like what was her name? Shelley Bassey, who did the gold finger thing, and it was just like, Gold Member right from the get-go. I was dying laughing in the theater.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I can confirm that Jabba the Hoot or Jabba the Hoot uses anonymous participants to post.
Ooh. We still haven't heard anything from Lynette and Crook. I think they're both scared to talk.
I don't think they're allowed to talk. I think they've been told not to talk by the fleas. The fleas.
Well, here's the thing. If you have those people as the face of your, for lack of a better word, social media campaign, I'd want to hide too.
Hide? I want to go in a witness protection program and have facial reconstruction. That's what I'd bloody want. And that's just the beginning of it. I'd probably get a little bit of plastic surgery downstairs, some upstairs, some around the back. Who knows?
Shirley Bassey, thank you. Gold finger.
It's not Bassey, you psychopath. It's Bassey.
Bassey? Okay.
Yeah. Bassey. Oh my God. Well,
Yeah.
apparently they are the PR team, and they're not doing a bloody good job. That's for sure.
That is so stupid. Like calling themselves a PR team. Do you guys realize how dumb that is? Because that means there's now liability. Like she's a part of they're all a part of the PR team, and by saying that publicly, they can, like, if they do something by saying that they're officially a team, they can, like, the court can literally hold them accountable for stuff now.
Hence my comment: liability insurance. Doom, doom, doom.
Why would you ever want to be liable for something that Lisa says? Like, she is a complete and total idiot, and she's a blowhard. So she just says stuff.
And what's interesting is nobody on the opposite side of the issue ever says that they speak for anybody else. Our opinions, and see, I was never on any side. I was I don't care. but they brought me into this, so now I'm a Jeremy Hales super fan because they
Well,
started it.
They claim me and Spawn Trooper are paid, which if someone can get me that clip, I think I have it somewhere. I didn't save it as that. So if someone can get me the clip of them saying that me and Spawn Trooper are paid
wait.
operative Jeremy.
Whoa. Time out. Whoa.
How do I
Whoa,
get
whoa,
that
no,
clip? Like,
wait. Time out. Wait. Where the fuck's that memo? Why haven't I received that memo that I'm getting paid for? Wait, what? I'm getting paid for, who by? What? Moi, et moi, getting paid for what? Someone didn't send me the memo. Squid, why didn't you send me the memo that apparently I'm getting paid?
because I'm not getting paid, so I don't like. If other people are getting paid, why would I want to share that information? Because I'm not included in that little party. So
Okay,
if
well,
people
let's
are
put the
apparently
blame.
are, I'm jealous. How do I get on this paid?
Well, let's put the blame to Mike. Excuse
Jeremy
me.
Hales
It's
can't even
Skipper.
return my email. So like,
Why am I not being paid, Skipper? Come on, explain to me. Why didn't I get this memo?
I you got to turn in your W-2s, so it all can be done legally, unless if you're a 1099.
Can someone translate that, please?
American tax system.
Oh, right. Okay. No. Well, if I was getting
1099 is a
paid,
contractor. W-2 is an actual on the books paid employee.
right. Well, if I was an employee of Mr. Hales, trust me, I'd be paying him. Because I'll tell you one thing, yeah, right. Okay. Sure. Of course. Sounds like you're coming up with a cough and a sneeze. You're going to upset Bubbles if you keep on coughing and sneezing like that.
I actually was getting one the other day, and I took a lot of vitamin C and slept a little bit longer than what I normally do, and I feel great. It's just in the mornings.
What is this sleep thing you talk of?
What is that? Yeah, and that's another point. Here, I watched. I got sent a clip. What I find quite interesting is that this individual person, what's his name again? Oh yeah, Biscuit Boy, Mickey Mouse's sidekick. He actually sounds like Mickey Mouse if you close your eyes and stab yourself with a screwdriver. But
I didn't see that last part coming.
But the thing is, here's what I can't understand. They sent me a clip of him filming Tubetown and the cameras on Tubetown. These cameras are not pointing. I'm sure I've covered cameras and legality of cameras already. But why is he going up to Tubetown and showing people? Are you inciting for someone to go down there to damage or do something? You see, now that scares me. When there's a picture of a lady with glasses on, smiling and looking at you directly, I'm literally looking at that screen. I'm scared. Can I, mom,
Everyone,
mama?
welcome Cass to the show. She's got a political show that I think is just great.
I didn't do it. You didn't see me do it. You can't prove nothing.
Welcome, Cass.
I did it. You can blame me because the more crap they blame me for, the more followers I get.
Yeah. Do you
I
know what I did?
started this whole thing with like 645 followers, and I was like stuck at like the 645, 650. I'd go up, I'd come back down, and now I'm at 905.
Do you know what the funny part is? One night I just went to everyone in my studio. I said, do me a favor, go to the Wilburns and go and follow the Wilburns. She woke up and gave me a bollocking in private chat. She went, what have you done? Why did you do this? I wake up. I was like, sorry.
Yeah, I'm stuck at 905. I keep going 906, 904, 905, 906.
I think we have an issue with Cass being able to speak at the moment, but this is her channel. This is her show, the Polititties. Tax these tits. And when I saw that was their show, I'm like, you have to come on, Veteran Nation.
Oh, that's funny. That's
Ron,
funny.
please go
Post your link.
subscribe to them.
That is funny. Can you imagine someone complaining to go YouTube? I find that offensive. He said the word pizza. Oh, brilliant. There goes the mic cover. The first thing she did, look at the mic. Got that. Hey. Oh, look at that. Professional. Puts it back as well. Nope. And back off. And the mic's off.
You know. I feel like I need to buy one for her just so she can play with it and like.
Yeah, guys, go and check out Minnesota Black Royal Regiment. Go and check him out. He's good people. And check out his chickens as well.
Yeah, I think he's live right now, actually.
Oh, okay. Chicken tikka. Oh.
Thank you for unplugging my mic.
Oh, there was noise and then she disappeared.
But we couldn't hear it.
When she comes back in, she has to click allow. Yeah.
I apologize. I am so not used to this format, so I'm having to figure it out a little bit. So I finally got my mic working.
You're perfectly fine. Welcome to the show.
Yeah,
Hi,
Mike, you
thank you
definitely
for
got an echo
having
coming
me.
from you now. You have to. Just thought I'd let you know.
What's that?
There was definitely an echo coming from you then.
From me?
Sorry. No, from Mike. I mean, everyone except Mike is getting. Everyone got blamed about that, but it's all good. Nice to meet you, Kaz.
Good to meet you as well.
I'm going to post a link here to your show so everyone can go there.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's really just started as just something fun to cover all the just political insanity and shenanigans from everyone. It's gotten so contentious and so heated. We've covered a little bit of everybody.
The question I have is it going to end today or is it going to ramp up today? Because
Oh no, well, I mean, I'm gonna do like an election, like kind of little watch party or whatever with everybody, and then for me, I usually cover like the Texas legislature, which will start back in January, but it's really just going to depend on probably how everything goes down. I think either way it's going to be just crazy, and one side's going to be utterly disappointed. So I'm here for it. Like, I mean,
that's how I am. I'm here for the shit show.
yeah, pretty much. That's where I'm at. Like, I'm here for the whatever insanity ensues. So,
do you know, sometimes I wish I could come over to America just like that and then walk down the streets in fancy dress, and when someone shouts at me, I go, "Hey, hang on a minute, mate. I is British. I don't know what you're on about," and then carry on walking, going, "Trump, Trump, Trump, Trump," yeah, and get chased around the town with a MAGA hat.
yeah, it's, oh my gosh. I honestly, like, everybody last night was just like, oh no, what's gonna happen? I was like, whatever happens is gonna happen. I'm gonna put on my pants and go to work the next day. I don't know what you people are so on about. Like,
well, let me ask you a question, Kaz. As you do politics, and Mike is very intelligent. Squib is very intelligent as well. I'm just British, okay? So
Don't include me on that.
Easy, Tiger. Anyway, so he's
I'm British. I'm intelligent. Don't call me smart. I never claimed it. I never claimed to be smart.
Stop picking on me. You're picking on. No. Here's what I can't understand. All right. If we look at this in a perspective of someone who's not an American, which I'm not, thank God, because I don't drink the water. But anyway, if you take President Trump in one hand, and then you take President Biden in the other hand, what would you rather have? A businessman who's got a big mouth and says it as it is, or someone who's in a long-term coma and for some reason he can walk while he's in a coma?
Well, I think when you put it like that answer is pretty simple. But honestly, I think they're both like I have issues with both sides. Like I'm by no means a Trump supporter, but trust me, I'm not over here riding for the Harris Walls administration either. I'm very centrist. I just want to see common sense shit. Like, and from both sides, I just see some of the craziest fucking things. And it. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss on here. I apologize. I
If we
see.
banned cussing, Spawn Trooper wouldn't be allowed on the show.
I agree, Karen. And also, just another thing, like like you say about all the fact, common sense. Like, I'm sorry to say this, but the only way you're going to get any type of common sense in the politics in America and with a lot of people is to stop them from drinking the tap water.
I mean, maybe. I'm not. I think that people need to get back to realizing some sort of singular set of facts. I think we have two parties that just can't agree on factual information. And that's the scary part to me is that, like, no matter what side I go on to, I see constant and blatant misinformation. And I get to this point where I'm just like, can we just agree that, like, the sky is blue? We have, about 70% ocean. Can we just agree on some basic concepts? And
So
then
common
maybe we
sense.
can move forward from there.
So we're talking about common sense, which is, I mean, like, one thing I do know is that the media in the States, one thing I've noticed over the last year is that the media in the States don't do anyone any favors whatsoever. None
Oh,
whatsoever.
100%. Like, I get most of my media through newsprint. If I choose to, like, I generally stick with, like, Reuters because I find them limited bias and high factuality as long as it's just a written piece and it's not like anything opinion based. And then for everything else, I just, like, I don't care what CNN, MSNBC, or Fox News has to say about a bill. I just go read the bill myself. Like, it's simple things like that I think we need to get back to, that I think is lacking. We're so dependent on whatever media organization we're kind of dedicated to tell us about these things, but there are going to be things that are missing either from the left or from the right, and it's super problematic.
Yep. I do have a prediction though about what'll happen today. If Trump wins, the world will not end, and then if Harris wins, the world will not end. We will all be okay.
Facts.
We'll
I
be
mean,
broke,
yeah.
but we'll be okay.
Yeah.
People keep asking me. I'm like, look, if Trump wins, I got 4 more years of content. It is what it is. I said what I said. He's always saying some crazy shit. And then if like Kamala wins, it's probably going to be a little bit more boring for me over the next 4 years, as far as, like, just insanely crazy shit coming out of her mouth.
Have you heard
But
her
at
talk
the same
recently?
no, I don't
Since
agree.
all
Like,
day.
I don't think that she's, like, the greatest speaker, but I also think, like, Trump, like, arguably says crazier shit. So there's that. Like,
Who's that?
Our speech and going, do what?
Who's that lady? Who's the? I think she's the press secretary. A black lady.
Karine Jean-Pierre.
Yeah. How did she get that job? But I mean, like, the thing is, like, she treats it like if it was it's like if she's at home in the kitchen having an argument with her husband when she talks to the press. I mean, I stopped watching all these press things over there a long time ago, because the thing is, at the end of the day, you're not going to get a straight answer. You're not going to get a truthful answer, even though we know that the press are on some parts of some certain. Sorry, let me put my teeth back in. A certain types of press bodies, right, twist the narrative anyway. But the thing is, it's like, where do you get some common sense from? Because, like, to be honest with you, um, there's none, and the only way you're going to get common sense is either from Trump himself or, and well, Harris, as a Brit, looking at her. Um, yes, the world will not end on either of them, but I don't trust her with the Big Apple, with the football. She looks like a person who would cause more problems than good. That's my opinion about her. Um, yeah,
See,
and I
like
know.
I was I would not cast my vote for Trump simply because I don't trust him. Like, but again, I couldn't heartily cast a vote for Kamala because I just don't feel great about her moving forward. Like I had mixed it's a mixed bag about both of them. Like I'm probably would identify more as a never Trumper, but I'm not against hearing other people's opinions or information. It's just that's my personal take on it.
Yeah, and people need to respect. There's one thing I've noticed. I watched it. It was on TikTok. Well, it was on Facebook when I watched it, and there was a gentleman with a microphone or something. I think it was at a rally or something, and he had his 3-year-old daughter in a pushchair, in a pram, a pushchair. Sorry, what do you call them? Yeah, pushchair, right? And this poor child was, I did, this poor child was sitting there, and next to her, this young teenager, I think she was late teens, early 20s, she literally bent down and started screaming at the child for then a lady to then push her away.
Oh,
So
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no, that's not acceptable. I don't care what side it's on. And when like I believe there was a woman that stepped in as well that was on her side that
yeah,
was like, "Oh, hell fucking no."
yeah,
Because that's the me of the group. I would have been like, "You should have been surprised you didn't catch hands."
yeah.
Like
I mean
that's
that
not
that
acceptable.
yeah. I mean, if I can remember, that was the black lady with the black top on who was actually in discussion with him at the time. And, DJ Rat, just turn your speaker off, dude. Um, I mean, I'm surprised she didn't get direct. I'm surprised she didn't get dropped there and there, because like that was, I mean, I get it. Over in America, you guys have got, you got two camps. You got the Trumps, and then you got the other camp. I get that. We've got the same problem over here. But when it comes to politics, you shouldn't get emotionally involved. Go to a point where you lose control over your emotions, over anything really. And you definitely shouldn't be shouting at someone's child, let alone at the child.
Yeah, no, that's completely unacceptable behavior. Like, and I was glad that that woman had stepped in and basically told her, back the fuck up. Like it's just, yeah, that's unacceptable. I don't care what side it's on. There's no reason to yell at a child. That poor baby didn't deserve that.
Yeah, and that's not the only thing. And the problem is, all this stuff is getting shown on YouTube and TikTok, and people in Europe are seeing it. Yes, we've got our own problems. I mean, we've got a prime minister who, I mean, the best part of him ran down his mum's leg when she farted, but that's by and by. The fact of the matter is that politics are always going to be pardon my expression, a shitty fest. And you're never gonna get someone who's got the spine to go in there and actually do the right thing for the people. And if I remember rightly, in your constitution, it says for the people, and what was it? For the people. I can't remember what it's called. It's part of your constitution. I don't know. But yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Politics, religion, and everything else. It's like a Chinese Irish minefield. You just give someone a blindfold and send them through it. Yeah.
I'm just enjoying the chaos.
What part of the chaos here in chat or?
Oh, all of it, all of it. I as someone who likes to troll even in real life, uh, this election has given me so many opportunities, and I'll be doing it on my live stream tonight. Um, I will be doing some I'll just be watching the returns and stuff and talking about it. I've offered a couple people to come on the show, comedians and whatnot. I don't know if any are going to take me up on it, but is what it is.
I mean, here's the thing, right? The most important, and I'm not saying this because we got veterans in here, but here's the biggest issue that everyone seems to forget, and that goes in, including the politicians, freaking idiots, right? They forget the military, they forget the veterans, and they forget the medical staff and the emergency staff and everyone who actually does things for those people who can run around and shout whatever they like. It seems that these people, like police officers, firefighters, ambulance crew, soldiers, veterans, I mean, there has to be. I think we should demonstrate outside the White House and then put that on a banner. And remember, silence is louder than screaming. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
And especially today, there's going to be a lot of people trying to influence stuff. I keep telling people, do not listen to exit polls, whether they're good for your side, bad for your side. They're always wrong. Like, I have yet to see an exit poll that's ever been correct in my lifetime. So don't listen to that stuff. Just vote how you want to vote. Don't let someone try to influence you or strong arm you into something you don't want to do.
And that's literally what I've been telling people. Like, just the only you have is to get out there and cast your vote. If you've done that, you've done literally everything you can to influence the outcome of the race. And all you can do is just wait on the numbers to come in. People are so have so much anxiety or stress over this. And I'm like, all you can do is wait on it. You're at the mercy of waiting on the count. Just enjoy it. Have a drink and chill and watch. I don't know. I'm not a big MSNBC fan, but I do like Steve Kornacki, so I usually watch him because I feel like he's just good at assessing elections.
Okay, just for the record, very quickly, there's a gentleman from Holland, Meep, Dankevel. Basically, he put in a he put in there in Dutch, live your own life. I watch, but I usually don't say anything. I have my own opinion. I have experience enough of that. Meep, I hope that was translated correctly. If you can't speak, if you can't type in English, just hey guys, be nice. Yeah, sometimes Skipper will get international people in here. I can translate. I can help out with the translation. So please, just if you can't speak English, let's not be ignorant.
And if someone does any calling, make sure you say,
"Who are you calling a cootie queen, you lint liquor?"
Let me just respond to him.
I hit the button. So if there was feedback, I hit the button because sometimes my thing gets pushed and then that's where we get feedback. So let me know if that corrected it.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the show, DJ Radis. DJ Radis, we're getting feedback through you.
Oh, there's definitely.
What was that?
Now the echo's going to be worse. Hello. Fuck
Now,
you.
making you mental.
I'm not seeing feedback coming from mine though.
It's coming for you because I think you got speaker on the phone. When you turn your speaker off before, it went away. Go back again.
If you have headset, that should fix it.
I do not have a headset. Well, not in the car anyway.
Let's get him a headset. What was he? Yeah, I've translated for me. and hopefully he'll read my message and then. Anyway.
Okay, so it's gone away. I don't know if he muted or. Cat, get out of here! I bet you already.
I tell you one thing, that's not a cat, mate. That's a mountain lion. I'm telling you, I've said that from the day I met you.
I do want to ask DJ Radis. I don't know if he has citizenship yet. I do know he is in a legal status, but I don't know if it's one where he can vote. So I'm curious about that.
No, I am a permanent resident. I am not a citizen, so I can't vote. But I can still give opinions, and my opinion pisses people off.
That's true. That's true. But I like your opinion, Prisoner 146554. It's absolutely fantastic. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, he's the one who's made me become a YouTuber. Him. The upside down guy.
Hey, you said you didn't want to do YouTube. You said you didn't want the subscribers, and I went, fuck that, I'm going to give you the subscribers.
No, you did. And you know what? I have to thank you because I've met so many nice people. It's just awesome. And I've met a couple of idiots, but that's by and by. Yes, Kaz, I'm new to YouTube. I'm a virgin. No, wait. No. Mama? Why would I just put my... Why can't I talk my way out of this one?
You were not a virgin to YouTube because I burst your bubble.
Yeah, and I feel violated and I want my mama.
And everyone should go subscribe to Cass's channel, Polititties. I'll put once I can put the cat down, I'll put the link back in chat.
I don't think he wants being put down by the looks of it.
He is all about attention for some reason this morning. Maybe it's so. Cass, just so you know, this is Kang, but he also goes by Conspiracy Kitty, and whenever he comes on screen, he wants to talk conspiracy theories. So maybe because today is election day is why he wants to be on.
Oh yeah, no. There's going to be 8 bazillion spinning conspiracies floating around the Twitter streets and everything else today, but I'm here for it. I just think most of the time they sound dumb.
Oh my God, that poor cat. Hey, Mike, by the way, talking about cats, sorry to drop this out of the open mouth insert for no, no, yes, good point. No, here's a good one for you. Have you seen that advert? I think it's on TikTok. And this guy, it's like he caught me right off guard. He walks up to behind this cat and he's got something in his hand and he goes, cat, Batman, and it's a bat cat, and he actually puts this mask on this cat, and the cat just sits there and lets him do it, and it's absolutely awesome when you see the eyes of the cat. It's like, I will kill you when you sleep.
You notice how I put the hat on him, and then as soon as I take it off, he's gone. He's out of the room. He's like, yeah, I want no part of this.
Well, you're looking healthy. Raz. You're looking good, mate.
Florida sunshine.
I should be. I'm down to like 175 now.
There you go.
That's good. That's good. Uh-oh.
I have been doing 25 push-ups every day. That is I'm trying to do it for a month. I'm going to do 30 straight days of 25 push-ups every day.
Believe it or not, there's actually exercises where you don't even get out of your chair and you can actually get yourself physically fit. Do you know what I should do is get in touch with my friend who's a PTI with the 4-2 Commandos, Royal Marines. I wonder if he can send me a PDF of the training program. There you go, Mike. See you in about 6 weeks' time. Built like a brick shit house.
Oh my God, people are responding. I put a post on Facebook. There was a home in Arizona. It was in Bullhead City that was posted, and the rent they want for it is $5,000.
Welcome back, Madam Mayor or Brett.
And I put in there, If I asked myself how much more crack could one smoke, the answer would be none. None more crack.
Rattus, that'll be Brett. Bless his cotton socks. Hey Brett, why don't you ever come to my stream? Because you know that if you come to my stream, I will actually stop swearing. You know that, don't you? Every time, I don't know what it is, but when you guys turn up, I like stop swearing because I don't want to get told off by Therese.
Vicky, they've been trying to serve me now for at least the last 3 months. I don't see it happening anytime soon.
Playing a game of peekaboo.
Sorry, I missed that. What was that?
Did you see that say, that you going to Tubetown was illegal?
Oh, everything about me going anywhere near that property is supposedly illegal. Supposedly, the two fleas and Robbie and Lisa's husband or whatever else have a target marked on my back. They've shared my photo with everything and everything else. I'm like, yeah, I'm a legal citizen. Well, I'm a permanent legal citizen. I can get a CCW as well. So that's what I did. So come at me.
Let's get a GoFundMe going so we can get DJ Radis a gun.
Oh no! Don't get him a pew pew. I mean, can you imagine him turning up with a Nerf gun? That would be freaking hilarious. He'd be getting out of his car and go.
I have a green Nerf shotgun you can have.
Yeah, can you imagine him getting out of his car dressed as Waldo with the Australian hat with the corks off it, and then with the Nerf gun going?
Oh yeah, I need my swag hat with the corks coming down, of course. I need a
Oh,
big
yeah.
full.
Yeah, with the old kangaroo, the old All Blacks t-shirt on and the kangaroo flag at the back, and with the Australian flag on your car. That's fucking awesome, mate.
Oh, there's no point in me getting a pew pew. You might as well send me boomerangs.
No, because the thing is, once you throw it, you won't find a volunteer to catch it.
Don't need to catch it if it hits something.
You almost said someone, not something.
What did Travis say when you were there? Because I saw a picture of you with Travis. I bet he was going, "Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!"
He knew exactly what. Me and Travis have met several times before, so he knew exactly who I was when I rolled up. But I came for a pen and I got my Tubetown stickers and everything else, which weren't there last time I went there. So I got what I want.
Yeah, did you put that sign up? Tell us the truth.
Nope, that was not me. In fact, me and Travis tried taking it down because it was put in the wrong spot. But whoever put it there put it in like 3 or 4 foot deep of concrete.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But I'll tell you one thing, that would look really, really nice. You know the flags he's got at the back of Tubetown? That would look really nice right next to it.
Well, you know my alien that's appeared in a couple of my live streams and whatnot, that's being donated, along with a solar panel light. So at night time it will light up in the background.
And one more question from the studio here back in the UK. Did you meet the famous Mickey Mouse voice of TC Biscuit Boy?
I did not meet him. When I drove past the other day with Melissa Joy, we were coming back up this way to go to a friend's barbecue. We decided to swing past because she'd never been there before. And unfortunately, as we were approaching, Biscuit Boy's car was over on the loony side, and walking up the driveway was the Crook and Biscuit Boy, so we just didn't stop. We didn't want any sort of altercation in that sort of sense.
Which is understandable, of course, yeah. I mean, cattle prod, hazmat suit would have been perfect, but you didn't have that with you, so I understand that. I'm so The shit that's going through my head right now that I want to say, but I can't legally.
But no, the best thing out of everything was, as somebody just said, Old Bones attempted to call an ICE division over here to try and see if they would serve me my paperwork. Now, for those who don't know what ICE is, it's the immigration, pretty much the immigration correctional part of the United States corrections facilities.
Immigration, customs.
To try and force them to come and serve me my paperwork because supposedly I'm here illegally.
And then you dressed as Waldo, and suddenly you disappeared again. So,
You were married to an American. That gave you legal status.
Oh, well, that's the thing. So I was married to an American. Now, in regards to immigration, regardless of what type of visa you come over on or whatever else, if you get married and immigration approves it and everything else, when you get your 10-year green card, everything, all the prior stuff to that disappears. Once you get your 10-year green card, you are here as a permanent resident, and even if I got divorced or whatever else, it doesn't disqualify me from being here in the States. So I'm here legally. Immigration knows exactly where I am. All my information with immigration and everything else has been updated. So, yeah, whatever they say, whatever they do is just blowing smoke up people's back ends.
And if you're a young lady between the ages of 18 and 35 and you'd like to be married to a man who's very good at hide and seek, all you have to do is to YouTube to DJ Radis's channel and you can propose.
Jesus, I love it.
And just for the record, if he goes disappearing or he disappears, all you have to do is go around a house with a comic book and find Waldo.
Oh my god.
So DJ Radis, there's been a story that we've been covering in Florida of some corruption, and DJ Radis and I have been on Facebook covering it for a while. Well, he got served because he makes parody videos. So they're trying, some of the people in it are trying and for
I've been listed to be served. I still have not been served. There's a big difference.
Not served. It's not like he's really been hiding that difficult. Like, I could probably find him in about 10 minutes, but they cannot find him to serve him. And so everything that he does, they claim is illegal.
Right. So here's the thing I'm going to ask you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Your Honor, members of the jury. Here's the thing. Now, you've got systems in America. If you can find Saddam Hussein in a 6-foot hole, or you can find Osama bin Laden in a compound in the middle of nowhere, how the hell can you miss him?
Just a quick sidebar, Your Honor. What's the party?
Objection.
What's the party that's serving him? Is it the government or just a private entity?
It's a lawyer affectionately called Bubbles. And
that's wow.
If you want to see some background, I had Bubbles on my stream, not knowing. This was like 3 months ago. Not knowing he's crazy, and he lost it on me, and so that's a really fun video that I have here.
I mean, Bubbles. I mean, if you put, oh my God, just talking about it makes me. Anyway, let's put it this way. If Bubbles had brains made of explosive stuff, and he'd be too dangerous to wake up, let alone blow his nose or touch the light switch, because that's how stupid he is.
He's a lawyer in real life and on Facebook.
I wouldn't go that far.
Who's the lawyer? The Bubbles person?
His name is Bruce Matskin, and yeah, he posts a lot on Facebook, and for journalists who don't put his story that he wants to tell, if you don't bring him on your stream, he will he'll start writing letters to YouTube to have you taken down.
He also makes a lot of threats to call CPS and hides under multiple different accounts, but can't be smart enough to use a VPN.
And also, at one point in
not like
Armenia,
I know or anything.
And at one point in Armenia, he was also a general manager for a basketball team, and he couldn't even get them to win. So, yes, I've done some digging on him. Yes, I did some research on him. And to be perfectly honest with you, let me give you a little bit of history about this gentleman, Kaz. Basically, in 1993 to 96, he went into school, the Boston School of Law. After leaving the Boston School of Law in 96, he then, between 96 and 98, God knows what else, he ended up working in the Supreme Courts of Connecticut. Once, and as a usher. After that, between 96 and 98, obviously 98 to 2000, there's no history on him. He's probably sitting at home, playing with something like, oh, I'm a lawyer. No, you're not. I am.
Oh no, there's history. He moved to California and was out in California for a while, where he took on some cases and scammed
Lost.
some people out of money.
Well, I don't know. But
like-
anyway,
Was he
in two,
Michael Avenetti's protege? Like, what is going on here?
oh, it gets better. It gets better. In 2000, I think it was 2000, 2001, he worked for a legal company. And in 2003, he was fired and then took them to court. I'm not going to go into depth on that one because it does get boring and you will fall asleep. And then in 2004, he then decided to start his own company, law company. Funny enough, 3 months later, he then opened it up in Massachusetts, so Connecticut, Massachusetts. At this present time, since 2022, he's been under the watchful radar of the Connecticut Bar Association because of $500. The guy's a complete pleb. I mean, seriously, he is a complete pleb. He's not professional. He's unethical. He's unprofessional, and he's broken probably not every single rule in the American Board Association of Professional Conduct of Lawyers, but he's broke most of them for his actions on Facebook and on YouTube. And there you go.
With attorneys, it's always funny. Anybody already making an appeal to education, like I'm a lawyer, I'm already going to be questionable of any statement they make after that. If you come up and you actually talk to me and you present me with some things and like I happen to know you are, that's very different than you just coming up and like, well, I'm a lawyer, so I must know everything about this or that or the other thing, because lawyers can actually be really fucking stupid. The only thing being a lawyer shows is that you made it through school and passed the bar. It is no measure of actual intelligence.
Well, here comes the best part. He's a complete pleb anyway. But here comes the best part. This is the IQ level of this guy. He took at one point there was a veteran, 78 years old, had a bit of a tip, and he did like a backflip. He fell over and damaged his hip. He went into hospital, obviously, and while he was in hospital, things happened. I'm not going to go into it because that's a long story. We'll be here next year. When the guy came out of hospital, he was that afraid of his safety that he asked for help. And the gentleman who is the target of this character assassination, basically, people came and helped this 78-year-old. And I call them the famous six. I call them the Fantastic Six. There's Corporal Gregory, and then there's other people who I don't know if I should name or not, but he's trying to sue them. And then you've got the like DJ Rattus here. He's a fantastic person who knows how to do like graphics and music and everything. He's even scared me a couple of times where apparently Miss Preston seems to like me a lot, and that scared me, just so you know. And him and a couple of other people, and they're suing them as well. Okay, this whole situation has gone so stupid. Then suddenly you've got these two idiots who think they are. Anyway, they think they're clever, and they are now the PR company or team for Lynette Preston and John Cook, which is quite strange because are they not allowed to talk? However, yesterday or last night, I did some digging, and 4 months ago, and if What the Hells is still here, you're going to be very interested to hear about this. last night I did some digging and I went back a few months because there was something that didn't add up. And I've come across some evidence where they have actually doxed flea number one, who I hate to name because I don't want to give them credit, but today is a lucky day. Congratulations, Lisa. Lisa was on her platform on her own, and she basically put up every single property and did not redact any information whatsoever. None whatsoever. And I've got that, by the way. I've got that information. I've got it recorded, and also what she said. And Mr. Hales, if you're still here, apparently she was not very happy with the sweater you were wearing, the Harley Davidson sweater. So just so you know. But I've got that information, and I don't pick sides. I'm a seeker for truth and facts. The end.
I do need to remind everyone I'm going to have to be going here in probably the next 10 minutes, so we'll have to start wrapping things up in a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh,
on the
but
docs.
Sean, the best is yet to come. The best is yet
what?
to come. You
I
have
know.
no idea.
I felt a disturbance in the force. I know.
Oh, this has
Listen.
nothing to do with me. I had nothing to do with this one. But it will be felt. The entire internet will feel this one.
I'm here for it. On the doxing end of things, people need to get a fucking life. They need to grow up, and they need to realize that while they may not be inherently crazy, and I kind of think they are because they're actually completing a dox, but that's neither here nor there. One of their followers might be like, as somebody who was on the receiving end of one of those at one point, like I mean, I'm in Texas. Show up at my house, bitch. It's FAFO. But at the
That's
same
how I
time,
feel.
it's I have kids. Those are the people I'm worried about. Like me, I'm not worried about me. Like I'll be fucked. But you show up and you scare my kids. Yeah, it's fucking on.
I live in
Yeah,
rural
I mean,
Georgia. I already have a police report and a receipt paper trail with them, their names, and everything after I got the IP trace. Like, I live in rural Georgia. Come here. Come here. Like,
Yeah, I live
Okay,
box me. I dare you.
I'm gonna chime in for a second. So I do have an attorney here in Florida. It may or may not be the same attorney as everybody else, and not Bubbles I'm talking about. Now they have told me that none of the cases can continue until all the parties from each case have actually been served. They can't drop me out of a case to continue the case and everything else because they filed it all as a group action. Everybody in that group has to be served before it can continue. The only way they can continue the case would be to drop the case entirely and then reserve those who want to sue. So if they can't find me, they then have to reserve George, have to research Jeremy, have to reserve Larry, and then same for the other case that have to do Brett, Teresa, that have to do Willis, that have to do Corporal Gregory, that have to do Deanna. So everybody has to be served before the case can continue. So that's
accurate.
that's because, well, at that stage, it's because that's how they filed. They decided to try and save money by not doing individual cases, but doing them as groups. So until such time as everybody is served, I think the only person who's been served so far from the Trespass 6 was, I think, Brett. It was either Brett or Teresa that got served from that one. And everyone from my case has been served except me. Now, when I did speak to a couple of people involved in this case, it would appear that they have run out of money to send process servers out to serve everybody else. So that's where they've come to a grinding halt in regards to serving people. Hence why Mayor Travis can be across at Tubetown every day, all day, or whatever else, and not fear of being served because they don't have the money to serve.
they ran out of money for processing. It's not even that fucking expensive. That's the
Um,
latest shit I've
it
ever
is.
heard.
It is. In my case, every time they've tried to send a process server out to serve me, it has cost them $1,000. Hence why my attorney has said, don't just hand yourself in. I could go and contact their attorney here in Florida right now and say, hey, look, this is where I'm at. Send the process server out to me. It's all a game of cat and mouse. I've not done anything wrong. It's a civil case, so I can keep running as long as I want. As long as I don't break the law whilst doing so, it's up to them to find me. Now, it's not like I haven't basically told people where I'm at all times. I live stream every Saturday night, and I pretty much update where I'm at or whatever else. But they just can't find me to serve me.
So does that mean, technically, I'm sorry about this dig, but it's going to come. So does that mean there's a reason why the fence hasn't been built yet? Because they're spending the money trying to find Waldo? Sorry.
No, the whole fence thing is an entirely different thing. So, in regards to the fence, if you are adding to a fence, an existing fence or existing structure, and you're just upgrading that existing structure, you don't need a permit. But the fact they pulled everything out, it is now no longer considered an existing fence. It's considered a new structure. So for that, they now need a building permit.
Yeah, I noticed that on Biscuit Boy's video. That I swear to God, that guy, he could do a voiceover for Mickey Mouse. Seriously, he's a fucking pleb anyway. But yeah, I did notice that they took the polls out. Now, here's my question. Apparently, according to the fleas, right, Mr. Cook or Crook or whatever that clown's name is, right, can't even crouch or walk properly. So how the hell did he get those posts out of the ground?
I doubt those poles were cemented in the ground. I'm going to throw it out there that they may have just been maybe a foot deep into the ground or so and just resting in the ground. Because think about it, it was only really chicken wire fence anyway, so there was no real structure built on those poles. So if you just put something in the ground and hope for the best, I'm assuming that was the case.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, I personally think that Super Linette, I mean, she can run 20 meters in 2.2 seconds and do a leap over an object, considering that she's 100% disabled. At the end of the day, I mean, I know I shouldn't mock people with disabilities, but, like, if you're going to lie about something, then try to follow through. But if you're going to tell people that you're disabled but you're running across uneven ground or you're jumping over objects onto uneven ground and then all this, then all I can say is, yeah, I think you need a new checkup there, Miss Preston.
The Usain Bolt of Otter Creek.
And what?
The Usain Bolt. It's that really fast runner, the sprinter.
Oh no! Don't you drag him into this! Don't you dare drag that beautiful running god into this! How dare you, prisoner?
No. But Lynette's the Usain Bolt of Otter Creek.
Oh yes, there you go, Bolt of Otter Creek. There you go. And do you know? And do you know something? Say again, Mike.
With all of her disabilities, yet she can sprint across her property.
Dude, when she saw Channel 20 lady with her camera, I've never seen anyone move. Hey, hell, even when we do training in the military, I've never seen anyone move so fast than she did. She was like a gazelle. She was like, poof, gone.
Hey, I do have to start wrapping things up. Do you guys have anything you want to plug?
Yes. Besides that big truck driving past DJ Rats right now. Yes, two things. One, guys, any veterans from the UK or anyone who's serving, a regular or reserve, if you've got any issues and you need to communicate with someone or talk to someone, please contact Combat Stress. And also, if you just Google SAFA in Google, you'll find a phone number and give them a call. They will help you out. The second thing is that The second thing is be nice to each other, be kind to each other, and if you see we're coming up to the winter, it's going to get colder, and if you've got stuff in your closets or in your garage or something like that can help someone to stay warm who live on the street, then pay it forward, right? It doesn't cost anything, just pay it forward, right? Even if a pair of gloves or a hat or a pair of boots or something, right? And there you go. That's me done.
DJ Redis?
Oh, my plug would just be go subscribe to Spawn Trooper, Squid,
God damn
yourself,
it.
to Cass, because I don't need anybody else.
Yeah.
It's not that I
Let's
don't want anybody else, but
Let's get
I'm
Spawn
just
monetized.
I'm a small pawn in this little sea of people.
Did you just say small porn?
Yes, pawn as in PAWN.
I
As in
know. I'm
2
just
inches.
But if you want the other, I may start an OnlyFans just so we can cover costs.
No, don't do that. I like to keep the food that I eat in my stomach. Thank you very much. Those feet pics. I mean, Mike likes feet pics. He may be interested.
Just
Oh
pop
no
it
no
hole, man. You'll make all that money on OnlyFans. Don't worry about it.
no. It's not feet pics for me or anything like that. People will get elbow pics.
Oh, okay. You're talking now.
Please tell
You're
me you
talking
use
like-
lotion and don't have old man elbows.
Are you gonna send them pictures of your weenus?
2-inch pipe fan.
Oh, I don't want to get in trouble with Jeremy, but I'm going to say it. 2 inch. 2 inches.
I don't think Jeremy likes me.
Cass, do you want to plug your show?
Yeah, sure. If you'd like to follow politically, we'd love to have you. I'm independent. My co-host is more left leaning, so I just like to put that disclaimer out there. If it's just not something for you, that's okay too. But we do try to keep it fairly centrist. But sometimes that's impossible because you're just gonna have opinions that differ. But it is what it is. Also, it's the last day of voting. I don't care who you vote for. Just go exercise your civic duty and vote for whoever you want. I don't care if you write somebody in. Just go vote and make sure you vote on your down ballot because that'll have a bigger impact on your life than almost any person you ever put in office.
Trump.
And also, thank you so much for having me. I truly appreciate you having me on. And
You are fantastic, Kaz. I like the bit about if anyone gets offended about that you deserve to be in a dark basement.
And that just happens to be where I'll be hosting the OnlyFans, is in the dark basement.
that's a whole subgenre. I bet you're gonna get a lot of hits. I'm just saying.
Hey, wait a minute. What happens if I put a bra on? Will I get? Oh yeah.
The only people who are going to watch that are people who want to be bulimic.
I mean, I'm saying I do host Politic. I can recommend the very best Wonder Bras. I'm just saying.
Now, promise, I can't vote, but I'm definitely not keeping my mouth shut. I'm going to throw that out there.
I don't know if I feel excited or insulted with what Squib just said. I'm still trying to. You get.
You're close to
Did it go over your head?
No, it went past both sides. I tried to duck.
I do have one question though, just one question before I go, and this is directed at Squid. I recently joined Squid's Discord. Where's the tentacles? I want the tentacles.
Oh yeah, for those of you who don't know, I finally started my Discord server on Sunday night. So it's Tentacle Nation. The link is on my page under where my Twitter link is. So yay.
Do you want to plug this?
Maybe this time I'll be able to keep all my cases straight.
Wait a minute. Why am I excluded? Oh yeah, I can't vote for you idiots over there. Yeah.
Squid, do you want to plug your show?
Tonight we'll be doing a Nope show on Rosalind's channel. It's election night fuckery with friends. It'll be me, Rosalind, and Rogue Mama over on her channel. Memes will be had. We don't discriminate. We make fun of everybody equally. So.
The only thing I'm plugging is Eric Miller's Give Send Go. Here, I'm going to put a link to it in the chat. He's trying to get a mobility scooter. Please go, just donate a couple dollars to Eric. I know he will appreciate it. Veteran Nation, we donated $80 to him today for this cause. He's a good guy. He's a YouTuber, big supporter of the show. So we're happy to support him. And I will be doing an election day results stream tonight. So if you're interested, you can check in on that. Beyond that, everybody go vote today. And with that, thank you for being worth serving.
I'm coming over to vote.
Coffee brewing as the sun peeks through the haze. Birds are chirping, serenading morning's praise. Front porch creaks as dreams fade away. America's awakened to a brand new day. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, want just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Old vinyl spinning a sweet old tune. Day starts dancing under a sleepy moon. Newsprint smudges on fingers of grace. America's awakened at her own steady pace. Sips of sunshine in a coffee cup. Simple moments lifting spirits up. From the mountains to the sandy shore. Morning in America, wanting just a little more. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Neighbors waving with a friendly rise. Kids with backpacks chasing daylight skies. Eyes cooling on a windowsill so fine. America's awakened with a heart full of shine. Tractors rumble, fields coming alive. Big wheels turning where hopes and dreams strive. Laughter echoes down the old dirt road. America's awakened to lighten her load. America's awakened to lighten her load.